In the class, I chose to do my multimodal presentations on self and peer review. I chose to do this because I feel as if it was the most significant aspect of the course for me because it facilitates growth. As we get into the presentation, I'm going to start with the positive feedback. The positive feedback with peer review allows peers to identify and highlight the strength of each other's work and show that the writer has done a good job without error. It may be uncommon to have, that positive review, but it's good to go over your own work, critique yourself before you can get that feedback from your peers. But we're gonna get into the self-review in just a second. Then you have the negative feedback, which it is constructive criticism for peers to help writers identify areas for improvement by receiving feedback on aspects such as clarity, your organization of your work, the grammar of your work. Writers gain insights into areas where their writing may be weaker, which can prepare you to make your writing stronger. Once you get that negative feedback, you can go back, change things, add things, switch things around to make your work more significant for your readers, to your target audience. And you can learn how to adapt more with your work. Next, you have fostering improvement through the combination of positive and negative feedback. Peer review creates an environment where readers can learn from each other and grow as writers. So when you're learning from each other and growing as a writer, when you're taking a look at someone else's work, you can critique them, you can see their errors, the mistakes they made, the positive stuff they did, which can actually help you out as well. Doing your own work or doing your own studies, you can put all of that into play and help yourself become a better writer as well. Alright, with self-review, which I mentioned earlier, you can help with your grammar mechanics. It improves the proper grammar, punctuation, and spelling of your work. You can also identify potential issues before your peer review to give your readers that good, work that they're looking for within you. You can challenge yourself, correcting an error before your peer feedback. You can get into like revising papers, help improve the clarity of your work and others. You can clarify your thesis statement, which is very important, to show the purpose of your paper, the terminology you use, how you format your paper. That you can take unnecessary words out, add words, check the grammar to make sure there's no errors, no mistakes before submitting it before peer review. You also always want to do self-review before you present that to your peers, so anything that you may have missed before, you can catch it before you get that negative impact or that negative review from your peers. So you can always catch your mistakes first by doing the self-review, and then you can always go back, and make the necessary changes that need to be made before that, and hopefully you get a positive feedback from your peers. You have to be very resilient. You got to have a resilient mindset. You can adapt to the challenges of the positive and negative feedback. Once you develop that mindset, you can emerge stronger for yourself and others when you do perform self-review and peer reviews. When you engage in peer reviews, it cultivates your resilient mindset, fostering the adaptability and perseverance in the face of all challenges that you may come across. The peer review encourage metacognition, promoting critical thinking and reflecting for continuous improvement. The beneficial tool, it can improve the quality of your papers and open the door for constructive feedback and improve your academic and professional setting. So by doing this study, At first, it wasn't. I didn't understand it. I was clueless when I did peer reviews, but as I kept doing it, as I kept practicing, as I kept reading up on it, as I kept going over it, um, we did a couple papers in this course, like once or twice. By doing that, you understand some errors that you did. You had a chance to go back and fix it to make it better. You thinking the first one that you submitted was good. When you go back after you do your peer review and then you do a self-review, self-reflection on yourself, there's a lot of things you can change, take out, and edit. So the beneficial tool of that, it does, open the door for constructive feedback, and it did help improve papers and with your craft. Now, the craft improvement helps you become a better writer with less mistakes, and hopefully people can, understand and respect, your critiques of their paper. How you critique your peer reviews, and the feedback that you give your peers. Everybody hope they take heed, accept it, and maybe fix it. But overall, the self-review and peer review, it really was significant to me in this course, and it did help facilitate growth.